The National Civil War Association is an organization of committed volunteers that put on authentic Civil War reenactments. Gibson Ranch 2014 is a reenactment of the Battle of the Wilderness, which took place in 1864. It was the first battle in the Overland Campaign, which was Grant's endgame to put an end to this national conflict.
When I finally brought Grant in to be the commander of the Army of the Potomac, I just gave him free will, and I knew he would do a good job, and of course he was a man that would fight and never back down. So I knew that he would prevail.
This was one of the last major offensive actions of the Civil War, because what it devolved into the trench warfare at Petersburg. So it was pretty brutal.
And these reenactments not only demonstrate the battle tactics and the military experience, but they also include the civilian experience, because the civilians were the context in which the content of the battles took place. So this is what we bring and provide to people who come out to our reenactments, is really a way to get directly in touch with the material culture of the American Civil War and this rebirth of our nation that resulted.
It's the best way to learn about how people lived and what they did and the struggles that they went through, is to actually do it. It's the only way to learn. If you just read a book, that's great, but that's not going to give you the experience.
These kids are not only getting the history of the thing, but they're seeing what we're talking about.
Learning about just the history about the war, and
talk about the uniforms and the rifles and the swords.
I like it because I like history. Everything is just so cool.
It's through living history, bringing history to life in real time, that our students, our young people, even adults, finally begin to understand and appreciate our history. Because if we don't learn history, we're going to repeat it over and over again.
It is essential to remember how we became the way we are. Civil War reenacting is reenacting this critical moment in our nation's history where we became a new nation. And that new nation, with a strong central government which has individual rights, that government didn't exist in 1860. It was created as a result of this conflict. And understanding how that conflict created us today as a people is essential for every person who's an American citizen. This is what reenacting is and why it's important. It's so you can understand who we are today.